First of all, thank you all the sponsors. How many of you know Groucho Marx, the humorist? How many? Yeah, he has a famous quote that said, these are my principles. If you don't like it, well, I have others, no? And despite he was a great humorist, he was not a philosopher, who probably we can interchange principles and values, no? But for sure, this quote is a sentence where we can reflect a little bit on, no? So as they introduced me, my name is Javier Martinez, and what I want to present you and to talk with you is about the impact of extreme programming values and the combination with the AI. And first of all, a disclaimer, I am not an expert by any means, so I have my own experience, and what I want here is to share my experience with you with AI and extreme programming with XP, and also to open a space of debate with you all. Okay, so my first data for you to think about is that 90% of us, of crafters, developers, use AI the last year, okay? And 70%, 70%, trust the result that the AI provided, okay? I didn't make up this. This was released some weeks ago in the DORA report. I don't know if you checked it already. But what the DORA report also mentioned is that the usage of AI has a positive correlation in the software delivery instability. So that means that the usage of AI has a detrimental effect, so correlate positively, with the instability in the software development, in the software delivery. Which is really interesting. I mean, you have seen the talk before, where there was a map, no? Here lies dragons, or here are dragons, no? I completely agree. So this is really new, and we are entering in an unknown territory. So we need to face that lack of knowledge, no? And that's where I think the XP values comes into the play, no? Because at the end, what is a value, no? A value is something that establishes a framework of reference, no? Establish like an ideal that if you practice and you train with certain regularity, you will obtain a gut feeling, no? About a certain situation, probably to a good end. For instance, no, this is a kind of gut feeling, no, that maybe when you are late in the night, no, and you are alone, and you say, okay, I will do the great refactor right now in the code base, and then you think twice, you think about your values and think, okay, I will go to sleep. You sleep well. You go to the meeting with the colleagues, and you solve the problem together through communications, applying your proper values, no, the XP values. With the arrival of these new technologies, powerful technologies, I see a potential risk, no, that it's really easy to fall in the trap, let's say, of thinking, why do I need values? Which are these archaic values for? And just let it flow, no? Like we saw before, I can go really fast, no? I feel so powerful. The serotonin, no, has a really powerful punch in our biology, no? So perhaps linking with the example before, no, you are alone in the night and you say, well, I have here my supermodel, and I can receive in 2 minutes I can do the great refactor, and this is really energizing. Or even better, no, you put your LLM in agentic mode, and you go to sleep, and the model do it during the night, and you just have to push it to production. So What is true with the DORA report is that the detrimental effect of the AI in the delivery of software. We have seen lately some outages in companies, big companies that are really proud of using more and more the AI. And maybe we should revisit the values of XP. Do you remember the values, more or less? There are 5 values. First is communication. Maybe we need to strengthen the communication. We need to communicate now, not only with humans, but also with models. So another aspect is to increase even more the communication with humans. So if you are using a model for generating a piece of code, and you just copy-paste, share it with the team, with your colleagues. Simplicity, we need to review it and apply it as a framework. How many of you find a conversion solution from the model? Because in my experience, you get an answer, but probably that answer should be or could be simplified. No? Feedback is another value. Where is TDD? No? Where are the tests within the development cycle? No? Courage to disregard the model solution, no? To critique the solution. And also talking before with Diego about respect, no? Respect for no kind of gaming or make a workaround on the model result or in the team practices, okay? So the XP values were born to make us more professional, to deliver better value to the final client or stakeholders. So perhaps our role is changing, no? As Eduardo Ferro mentioned before. Maybe we are transitioning from XP, not transitioning, but mutating a little bit into something extreme supervising or extreme decision making, no? So we will need to do less typing, but it will be critical to have this framework of reference in mind to provide solutions. So the DORA report provides 7 capabilities for the companies to integrate better with AI. I will read them because I don't know by heart. So first is clear and communicated AI stance, AI accessible internal data, healthy data ecosystem, strong version control practices, working in small batches, user-centric focus, and quality internal platforms, okay? So these 7 qualities or capabilities align pretty well with the values. So I think we need to revisit the core values of XP in the context we are facing. My suggestion is that you check the DORA report. You will have much more information and statistics there. And just to provide you my understanding and conclusion on that is that the role of crafters will continue. So the AI is just, the crafters that master AI will lead the change. The crafters that put this aside will fall behind, no? So the next time you have a super good result from your model, take a deep breath, review it, criticize it, test it, and apply your XP values, okay? So that's all. That's the message. Thank you for coming, but let me remind you another quote from Groucho Marx that the AI suggested me. So be open-minded, but not so open-minded that your brain fall apart, okay? So thank you very much.